I am Kurt Thompson, TrumpetSizzle.com, and recently I acquired an amazing, almost new condition. You're not going to believe this. Schilke B6B. Has the beryllium bell. And let's see here. If you look down on the, well, I'm going to take some pictures of this. But if you look, you can see right about, where is it? Somewhere right around here, it has the B in there. I'll take some closer up pictures. See if you can see that. May not be able to see it with the light, but it is the beryllium bell. And I called Schilke in Chicago, double checked the serial number, and this guy was made exactly in 1982, and they did confirm it was a Schilke B like boy, 6 beryllium bell. And I believe they don't even make the beryllium bell nowadays. I mean, you can buy one brand new for around, what, four grand, but I don't believe they actually have the beryllium the way they did when this was made, I guess for some kind of environmental concerns. So for example, if you were able to take this out and plant it in your yard, I mean, maybe it might do some environmental damage, maybe. I don't know, but I think that the earth is surviving okay with the way it is. So take a look at it. Now you might be wondering, oh, here it is on the bell. You can see a little bit better with the V6, or not the bell, but the lead pipe receiver. Let's see if you're able to see that. There you go. Yeah, it's the real deal, the real McCoy. Now I got it because I've always wanted to play the horn, or the same type of horn that Bill Chase did. So Bill Chase played on this horn, and I guess in the mid to late 60s, and then he switched to the tunable bell, which would be the B6L, I think. And then they found that one, of course, when he was in his plane crash. They found that one all mangled up. Interesting trivia, a student of mine from a long time ago ended up buying the real original horn that was in the plane crash, and it was restored. I think he paid around 6 grand for it. So at least I know someone at the time that actually bought Bill Chase's original tunable bell horn, and it was restored, and he paid a pretty price for it, but kind of a treasure for a piece of history like that. So anyway, you're probably thinking, well, Kurt, you just acquired this, what's going on? Well, I thought that I was going to put my large bore Bob Reeves V Raptor down. It's a 468 multi-bore. And I thought that this guy was going to be the end all for trumpets for me. And as you'll see, seems to be more versatile than my V Raptor, at least as far as sound goes. But doggone it, I'm so used to playing on a large bore that I just blow through this horn, and I feel like I'm overblowing it to the point to where it feels stuffy to me. And I don't have my V Raptor here, but the V Raptor is a .468, and that's actually beyond large bore. It's considered extra large. So I'm used to blowing into that. I've been doing that for years and years and years. I just somehow thought with the beryllium bell and the way that this, I believe this is also a multi-bore horn. It starts out at a .450. I really thought that, especially Bill Chase played it, I thought this was going to be my miracle holy grail horn. And it really could be if I just wasn't so used to playing on a large bore horn. I'm so used to having all that space to blow through. So anyway, I'm not going to cry about it, but what I'm going to do is make someone a very, very, very good deal, because I'm going to throw in a couple of specials. I'm thinking about this horn plus throwing in a couple of my courses for free. And let's see, do I even have it around here? Let's see, maybe I got one of them. I'm just looking for my sizzle rim. And let's see here. I don't have it handy, but anyway, I'll show you the picture. You've probably seen it already. It's the practice rim that I have. It's called the sizzle rim. So I was thinking about throwing that in with this horn. I just want to make this a good package for somebody, so you can not only get the horn, but in case you haven't developed everything you need to do on this horn, I'm going to throw in a bunch of courses that will help you do that, including the sizzle rim. So the valves, well, I took the valve out. I looked, I thought, there's no way this horn can be from 1982. I mean, everything looks new on it. Check it out. And all the valves look like that. These valves look so much better than my V-Raptor. My V-Raptor is a 2002 model, and it's gone to almost all crap. And these valves, these Schilke valves, I don't know if they're just more solid or what, but this is from 1982, a long time ago. Was that 50 years ago, 40 years ago? And all the valves look like that, I mean, in this horn. So it's a great horn, lots of good compression. Let me put it back in there. I would say the silver plating on it has to be, I don't know, what would you say, 90%? Take another good look. 100%? I mean, it's not perfectly flawless. You can see there's a couple of small little dings in the bell, but I think that's natural. This is a beryllium bell. You have to be very careful because it's more fragile because of the copper that's involved here. I believe it is more fragile, so you wouldn't want to use this for marching band at all. No, ma'am. So you have to be careful with this bell, but you can see that the bell is not flawless. It's had maybe a couple little dings or whatever. But the silver, I don't know, it's maybe almost 100%, right? Or close to it. There's a couple little worn spots on the valves. I don't know, can you see that? So I guess that wouldn't make it 100%. Maybe it's 95. But down there where you would grip it and unscrew the bottom caps, you can see where over the years that's gotten a little bit worn. But for the most part, it looks like almost like a brand new horn. I want to let you know that this is rare. It's better and not the same as the 2019 Schilke B6 horns that you can get. This is better. I believe it was made better. It's also made different. We talked about the beryllium. They're not using the same material here in the bell anymore. I think they're calling it beryllium, but they're not using a real beryllium. So you can ask around, but these horns don't come up that often. I got lucky. That's why I jumped on it. So I'll have it up on my site what the price is, and I'm willing to negotiate a little bit depending on whether you can send in cash or money order, because that helps me use a little sharper pencil sometimes with old Uncle Sam. So, I mean, I could do a little discount for that. But anyway, I don't need to keep it at my place. I don't want to play on it and end up dinging it up, knowing that I'm not going to be able to play on it for how I feel. You know, I need a larger bore horn. This would be perfect also for a comeback player, someone older, because this is a very efficient horn and you don't have to have a ton of air like you would for my 468 V-Raptor. So this is a 450 medium bore horn, not even medium large, it's a medium bore horn. It is multi-bore, so it does flare out, I believe, into a medium large by the time it gets to the bell. Would you like to hear how I sound and how the horn sounds played classically? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little something or other from the Carnival of Venice. And here, go ahead and take a listen. Okay, hopefully you like that. You know, I don't spend all my day, like some people, do nothing but classical. But I dibble and dabble with it. And anyway, I thought I did okay on that. But did you notice that my sound is a little bit more appropriate on the Schilke than the V-Raptor? It just seems like I have a more classical sound. That's how adaptable and versatile this is compared to my V-Raptor. I feel like on my V-Raptor, a lot of times, no matter what I do, I just continue to get a nice commercial sound, and it doesn't really switch over to a classical sound as called for sometimes. The Shoki does. So I hope that you enjoy the Carnival of Venice. I just played a little excerpt there. Now, what would it sound like in a jazz setting? The reason I'm doing this is because maybe you're not interested in doing all the kind of high note stuff that I do. Maybe you like only classical, or maybe you play the jazz book. You'd rather do jazz stuff with it, not so much lead or commercial. So here, take a listen to me play a little Miles Davis. Someday My Prince Will Come, and see if you notice that I do sound different on the Shoki on this particular jazz song. So yeah, go ahead and take a listen. What happened? Okay, I mean, um, you know that I haven't arrived as a professional jazz trumpet, but I'm slowly inching my way there. I said a couple years ago I'm working on it, and I have been working on it. So I'm getting the feel down, the style down, a little bit of the articulation down, some of the timing issues down. Of course, the ear. I've been working on these things, and so next year I do plan on hitting it really, really hard as far as jazz trumpet. I'm going to dedicate myself, and I probably will not make as many videos and do some other things that I've been doing. I really will focus on a lot of the jazz in 2020. But I am getting a little bit better, and I hope you noticed that the sound yet on the Shoki is pretty damn good. I don't sound like that on the V Raptor when I'm playing, some easy jazz like that. So that's the Shoki. It really can adapt to the style that you're playing. And so now the moment you've all been waiting for, now this is kind of what I'm good at, except I haven't really been practicing the song. And you'll notice that of the 3 songs that I did for you, 2 of them, I didn't look at the music, the classical one and the jazz. But the Bill Chase one, I looked at the music that I have here just because I really don't play this. I haven't played it in a long time. I've never even really worked on this particular song. I just thought it would be cool to do on the Shoki, because after all, Bill Chase played it on about the same horn. So why not take a listen to me jamming up in the upper register on something that Bill Chase did, Invitation to a River. What happened? I was just getting warmed up. I thought it sizzled pretty good, that's Bill Chase, me and Bill Chase. I played along with Bill Chase, played a little bit with him on the recording. As you probably heard, it locks in tune. The sound is appropriate. It's kind of cool to play with him because he was playing this horn, or the tunable bell version, but he was actually playing the Shoki B6 on that Invitation to a River. It's kind of a thrill for me to play along with him, knowing that he was playing the same horn. That's very cool. So anyway, I hope you got a good taste of this horn. If you're interested in a one-of-a-kind rare vintage horn that's just about in brand new condition, I didn't really demonstrate the valves. I mean, but the valves are good. Let me just see what I can do here. That came out good. Okay, so I mean, I'm not going to keep going because I'll probably flub that up. So the valves are good. The valve, oh, the compression, you probably want to hear that. So if we pull out, let's just say we pull out the first valve slide and then push it in a little bit. Listen. Boom. Third valve, of course, we'll pull it in. Boom. And the second, pull it out a little bit. It won't be as much, but let's push it in. And there should be a little bit. Yeah, you heard that. The compression is awesome. I mean, like new. So I'll put some more details in the description. I'll probably have some more pictures on my site. And like I said, I can make you a very good deal regarding this horn, and throw in some courses that I have, some of the video courses. And I think that I can make it very, very attractive for you. And you're going to end up being a better player, and you're going to end up having a piece of history in your house or apartment or wherever you live, and taking it to your ensembles. I think you'll really enjoy this. I hope I demonstrated it, that this horn actually is more versatile than the V-Raptor that I typically play on. You'll go back and listen again. You'll hear that my sound is different. It sounds a little bit more appropriate for the style. So I'm Kurt Thompson. You know my website. You'll see it on my website, TrumpetSizzle.com. My email, kurt@TrumpetSizzle.com. I have a funny feeling that this is not going to last. And do some research. See where another one's up for sale that's not brand new. That's a vintage one like this. You might not find one, or you might find one. So go ahead and grab it while you can. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.